is not here tonight. That's all right. She had a birthday anyway. Don't really have a whole lot tonight. We'll go ahead with you.
Okay, Charles Albright, is that his last name? And David Boswell and I went to the Antique Car Club meeting, and they asked the Heat if we could help in some way with their car show in, is it September? September 28th, that's the day of our cruise. Before I mention to you exactly what they asked of us, which is kind of minor things, this is their 22nd year of this car show. They actually do two. They have a car show early in the year that had 109 cars. They had 118 registered, but 109 came. And they have this one, September 28th, specifically for hospice, 22nd year in a row. They have raised over $400,000 for hospice in these 22 years. I think that's pretty impressive. I could give you some specifics on how they're gonna do this car show. But they asked us if we would help. The car show is going to be at Alamance Crossing, behind the movie theater, Dillard's, is it? Dillard's, yeah. And they asked us on Friday, September 27th, at 5 o'clock, if we could get 6 to 8 people and be there at 5 o'clock to help them set up. That's one thing they asked. The other thing is Saturday morning, day of the car show, the 28th, if we would come early and help them set up a few tents and park some cars. So Friday at 5 o'clock, help them set up a few tents and things, and then Saturday morning, help them set up some other things and park some cars. So we've got another meeting before then, but they asked for 6 to 8 people. I don't think they've got 6 to 8 people that can physically do the things they want to do. They've got 3 or 4, probably 5. So our September meeting, we could get a raise of hands, see if we've got it, and we need to let them know.
This is for the hospice car show? That's for older cars too, right?
It's for all cars.
Older and all cars.
Yeah, and they're not gonna separate when you drive in to,
That's the car show that's all by,
That's the
what
one,
they pay.
that's drop bucket.
you get drop bucket, so it doesn't matter where they park.
yeah.
Goes by who.
I don't know that I'll take my car there. I'll probably do our cars and coffee and then go home for a while and then, but I plan on, if we get enough people, to go there Saturday morning and Friday night and help, unless I have to work, but.
Dwayne, what were they gonna do if the car club didn't offer to help?
Well, it shows here they've got the Timeless Cruisers and the Rusty Nuts also.
So if they can get a couple of people from those 2 car clubs, and then if we can get, if we can get 3 or 4, just to make sure, that would really be nice. Okay, I'll bring that up in our September meeting, and I'm gonna need to know yes or no. As a matter of fact, I wonder if it would be helpful if we let them know via email after this meeting. whether we
Probably
can
help
help
them.
or not. Because then they would have time to ask someone else. If we can get 3 or 4 people on Friday, and then maybe a different 3 or 4 people for Saturday morning, it's just the morning, you know, because we got our cruise in, and I said, we're gonna need everybody we can get for our cruise in. I'm gonna be available to do either Friday night or Saturday morning, or both, but I'm thinking Friday. Who else could go Friday?
I can't go Friday.
I can go, but I'll be limited to what I can do. I've
Anybody
got, like
else?
I say,
Okay, let's say that's 4.
I could probably too.
Okay. What about Saturday morning? Can we get some different people?
I'll do Friday, but I can't honestly do Saturday,
Okay, Friday.
because I don't get up early.
We will have,
We know
Get
it's
after the
true.
sun's warm.
Yeah, I know.
we will have another meeting, so either myself or Craig will tell them, that we'll help
I don't-
Friday and Saturday.
I don't have a work schedule yet for that month, so kind of wait and see how that
Okay.
turns out.
Good, appreciate it.
You wanna put names down?
Yeah, I can put names down. Okay.
And what are they, I mean, Friday, they're just what, just basically setting up, getting it?
I think it's gonna be tents, barrels, cones.
So, I mean, it's not, if they get enough people, it's not gonna be long.
It's what?
It's not gonna take long.
Shouldn't take
Yeah.
long.
And then we can just shoot right over to the green after that.
Cause I won't get off till 6, and I figure they're probably
Right
gonna
over
be,
Gibsonville.
be done before I
Yeah.
get.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, cause, you know, I always go to Gibsonville on Friday, so when I'm done with that, I can go right over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do the same. I've got Ray, Dwayne, Josh, Vic, and, Crystal. Now, Saturday morning, is there anybody that knows for sure they can go Saturday morning? I can go Saturday morning.
I should be able to.
Okay. Anybody else for Saturday morning?
So mine's Saturday.
Okay. I'm gonna put 2 definite, 1 maybe for Saturday morning, and 5 for Friday. She said that she wanted you to email her, just so that she would have your email address also, okay?
Do I have an email address for her?
I got it.
Okay. Oh, this is it,
Elizabeth Coble.
at Yahoo.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna hand out the event schedule. And, I'm hoping that we get a good number of people to go this Saturday to Hillsborough.
Right.
Um, How many people know for sure they can go this Saturday? Nick's going, I'm going, Josh are going,
Tony's going.
Tony, Gary. Okay. It'll probably be, Daniel and,
Oh, yeah.
Where are we gonna meet?
Yeah, they're done.
Well-
Well, it says sheets, well, I know it says sheets, but I don't remember what time.
well, the show starts at 9. I think at one time we talked about 8:30
I think that's,
sheets in Mebane.
I think that's what we said, I can't remember.
I'm gonna say 8:15, and at the latest, 8:30, we're gonna leave. 8:15 sheets in Mebane.
What time we leaving?
Leave at
8:30.
8:30.
Make sure you change Carrboro to Hillsboro.
Oh, yeah,
On
yeah,
there.
yeah, we're not going to Carver.
That's what he's talking about.
Who's something about a tank for JP?
Yeah, that's the breaks and
that's the tent,
shakes.
That's the tent,
On the
breaks and
10th.
shakes. Says Carrboro, but it should be Hillsboro.
So that's the one
It's actually Hillsboro, not Carrboro.
Yeah, I can't blame my wife, I wrote that.
Yeah.
I thought his thing was on.
it's open to everything?
No, it's on the 10th.
That's this coming.
Are you saying it's open to everything?
Yeah, anything.
Yeah, it's open to everything. And I think there is gonna be a couple of awards too, is there?
I do not know, without Bobby and Jackie here, I cannot tell you.
I'm pretty
They're
sure.
the ones supposed to be doing that, and I
Isn't
haven't
that
heard
what the
anything.
flyer says, Josh?
I looked
It's
at
one of
that
those
too.
things
It's,
where
I know
you
it's a
put
vote
in-
bucket, yeah.
It's only $5,
Yeah, it's $5 and you vote by the bucket,
$1 a vote or something
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
yeah. And they're supposed to be.
It just says prizes, the award in that one.
Yeah, so I don't know. what-
Is
Yeah, so they're doing they're doing a bunch of different stuff like a cornhole tournament and that kind of stuff, right?
Supposed,
That's what I had heard,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
This is for JP?
yeah.
Now, this Thursday, of course, day after tomorrow is Highway 55, 6 o'clock. So, and then Friday, Gibsonville, whoever wants to go to Roxborough or Reedsville. I'll probably go to Gibsonville.
I'll be-
But sometime if people wanted to go to Roxborough, Reedsville, you know, we can see if we get a bunch of people to go.
The only thing that stinks about Roxbury, you gotta leave so early, people
You
don't get
do.
off that early.
You do.
And then if you leave, when you get off work, you gotta know where to park,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
cause you usually have to be there by 4:30.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, if you don't, you're not gonna really have nowhere to park.
Right.
Okay. So we got 8:15 sheets this Saturday morning, leave at 8:30. Hope to see everybody Thursday night and possibly Friday night at Gibsonville. A week from Friday, the 16th, is Gibsonville Cruise In again. Now, the 17th, yeah, the Gary and Jim and I are probably gonna go, well, we are gonna go to the Lexington Mustang, it's all Ford show. But the one that looks by, if you go on to, wait a minute, let's see. Okay, the Pine Hall Ruritan Car Show, the 17th. If you go on to Cruising Carolina magazine, you can get all the details. And they even got a contact name for awards, where the money goes to, what the money is for, so forth. It's, wait a minute, I got it right here. Registration 8 to 12, trophies at 1:30. Judges will not be members of the Pine Hall Ruritan's Club. More information, if people wanna go, I can give you a phone number. Food and drinks. And the other one is the Baptist Church in Holly Springs and Apex. That one is on Cruising Carolina Magazine. Okay, let's see, also there was the Greensboro Cruise-In on the 17th, and that's a new location.
So that's the
17
Cars and Coffee?
That's Cars and Coffee, yes. Cars and Coffee, Greensboro Cruise-In, new location, 1720 Westgate City Boulevard, 8 to 10. The 23rd is the Gibsonville Cruise-In, and the 24th is Cars and Coffee in the morning and our Cruise-In at night. Late afternoon. August 30th, the Gibsonville Cruise-In. Now, the 31st, I think everybody in this room has been to this church car show. No?
Fellowship in Durham?
Yeah,
It's a good show.
it's very good.
But don't eat the peach ice cream.
Yeah, don't eat the peach ice cream, and especially Brenda loves the trophies that they give out.
Oh, this is piston.
No, it's a food thing.
It laughs.
Yeah, it
It has
laughs.
sound effects.
Sound
Yeah, that's what
effects
she
and
said.
all
I
kinds of
remember
stuff,
telling
yeah.
about that last month.
It is, it is a very good show, and,
We're not gonna go, are we?
Where are we gonna
I'm
be?
hoping that we get a lot of people to go to that. It's a lot of fun.
Where are we gonna be for that? And what time are we?
It's 8 to 3. What do you guys think? Leave at 7?
Yeah.
It's gonna take 50 minutes, isn't it?
You're right at.
Yeah.
40, I think it's about, what was it, 35,
I
40?
think it's like 35, 40 minutes. Yeah, it's not that far. Go straight up 85 and take 70 and get off
Yeah.
at, what's that, shoot, I forget the name of that road, something Creek Road, where you get off at to go up there. It's right there where the new Harley Davidson dealership is.
So leave at 7
I
o'clock?
was gonna say meet at 7, leave 7:15.
Do you wanna do the sheets again?
That's prime locations. isn't
Mm-hmm.
it?
That's one on Mevin Oaks Road, isn't it? Not Mevin Oaks.
Yes, Mevin Oaks.
Mevin Oaks, okay. Get off and it's right there on the,
Yeah.
Right.
go to the left, it's on the right hand
Like
side.
you're going to the Walmart, it'll be right there on the left, yeah.
When you-
Okay, it's on that side.
Yeah, you turn right and then.
Right, it's there, okay, I was thinking
Right.
on the other side for some reason.
Okay, I'm gonna put 7 AM at Sheets and leave no later than 7:15 in Mebane.
Do you know what kind of awards they're gonna have this year?
Same
What
time.
kind?
Same thing.
Hot 25.
If you don't know what kind.
Oh, they have the same
Well,
thing. 2
you
years
want that
in a
award
row.
with the Mustang, you're not gonna work with the Corvette. so I don't
Okay.
think-
Oh.
That's right.
Didn't
You
Donna
agreed
win
to.
an award last year?
You just agreed to.
Yeah.
And she was very
Yeah.
surprised.
Okay.
She was what?
She was very surprised.
Oh. That was not too long after that, she got rid of the Corvette. She got the.
Yeah, and she had a flat tire that day too.
Mm-hmm.
She sure.
Oh, wow.
And Steve kept ragging her about the.
Right.
That's right. Well, Steve will love to go to that one
If he gets his clutch fixed.
if he gets his clutch fixed. So,
He's going with us to the Mustang show, hopefully.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're leaving at 7 AM from the rest stop.
Leaving at 7.
Okay,
Leaving at 7 AM from the rest stop.
okay. Now, if you, now, I'm thinking that David Cook, at least, and I don't know if Crystal wants to go somewhere on the 17th, just put something on, or Josh can, or we can put something on a WhatsApp. Who wants to go
You and I
some?
can get together and figure out which show you think might be the better of the two, and want to do something.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Find a meeting time and place.
Yeah. I wanna pass out these flyers as a reminder of Mountain View Raritan Car Show. I'm hoping that everybody here will go to that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got
Yeah, I
it.
know.
Yeah.
I still got that one.
That's
Yeah,
And-
I've got one.
This is the one we all went to last year, right after she got her car.
Um,
Just got hers.
And also, it's the same date as one of the Corvette shows, but the 14th is the Bethlehem. Are we gonna talk about supporting them today?
That was a decision we needed to make
Yeah.
about whether or not we want to be a sponsor.
So, that's the 14th, the week before.
Got one in Trumbull too.
September?
I don't, I didn't look for anything in September. I can, and have it prepared for the next meeting, but the 14th and the 21st, I'm hoping that we can support these, whether we financially support them or not, we go to their car shows,
Right.
especially George.
Probably, yeah, Wednesday, yeah, we'll go to that.
Yeah, we're gonna go to that, so. um, So our next meeting is, I believe, well, it's the 4th, I think, 3rd or 4th of
Third.
Okay, of September. I guess now the Corvette Club sent a lot of us some flyers. The 14th is one in Tarboro. October 5th is in Wendell. And then, of course, November 2nd is Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain.
It's in Wilson, ain't it?
This one says Wendell.
Where's the other one at?
We got 3 of them. The
Yeah.
14th is Tarboro, Wilson.
Wilson Street in Tarboro.
It's Tarboro, yeah.
Yeah, it's Tarboro.
Mhm.
Now, I plan to go to that one. I used to work up there.
Who was that? Which one?
This is the Corvettes
Oh, that's
and
the-
Classics,
Yeah.
in Tarboro.
Like I said, that's the same day as.
That's the
this.
same
That's the
day
same
as
day as
the
Ben.
one in
Same day as Ben.
I
Altamaha.
won't be in town, so it don't matter.
And then, October 5th is in Wendell.
That was the one we went to where they had the street festival
Mhm.
that we all enjoyed
Yeah, that was at the car dealership.
at the car dealership.
Yeah.
We went to.
Chevy dealership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I don't
know if you did
I
or
think so.
not. I don't think so.
I went to the one in Rocky Mountain last year, didn't I?
Yeah, we did. It was raining and cold.
Okay, well, then of course, later in September is the hospice and our cruise in. Here's one more thing, I didn't print it, it's Cruising for a Cause in, how do you say that, Cabarrus?
Cabarrus County Sheriff's Department.
Yeah, it's in Kannapolis. It's a 2-hour cruise. That's a long ways for 2 hours to take a cruise, so I got a flyer, but it's the 17th.
When all the others go on to.
Yeah. Okay.
Got anything else?
No, I don't think so. Well, of course, F-Body in October, that I think a lot of people are gonna go
Yeah.
to, so.
Doing this for time long, we take, went to that a couple of years ago, wait a minute, nice show.
Anybody else got anything?
Dwayne, that Pine Hall Royalton show, is that the one you and me went to a couple years ago?
Yeah,
And Dave, it was a pretty good show.
yeah, it was.
Dwayne, does the last three that you were talking about later on, don't they have, where the club that has the most win money?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, it was
the,
like participation. They usually do.
$250 for each car club. Is, they don't, select one. It's, if there's 5 car clubs and they all have 10 or more entries, you get $250.
That's only with the car group.
It's for all.
No, it's for all three of those.
It's for
That
all
one's
three.
$200 as well.
Wasn't one of them.
Yeah, the other one is, the other two are $200. Tarboro is $250.
How much I gave him for best of show at the first one? Is it $500?
It's.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
$500 for each best of show category. Wow.
It's usually $150.
That's a lot of cash.
Yeah.
They're trying to get a lot of people in car. And I know some of the reasons why, but
Some of the reasons
They
why.
always have a big show too.
What you got there?
I had a couple things.
Okay.
I met with, at our last cruise in, I met the president of the Tribal Bar Club and offered them to be the featured club for this coming up month, if anybody doesn't have any objections to it. So we'll set them up in the middle where we set the vendors up.
Timeless Cruisers before.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what we.
they had a heck of a turnout this,
Yeah.
they had a heck of a turnout this month.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they always bring a lot of
Yeah.
people with them.
So we could expect anywhere from, I believe he said anywhere from 12 to 20 cars for their, we just need to, the day that we set up, make sure we save a space big enough for them to park their cars. And then we'll add that to the flyer that will be given out the day of the cruise. Does anybody have any other car clubs we could offer to be the featured club in September? Does anybody know anybody else? What about Rusty Nuts?
We could ask them.
Does anybody wanna reach
Yeah,
out?
cause they always come. We
They
talked to
always
Joe, we
come.
talked to
Yeah, they're
Joe
always
up
there.
at the green on.
They also like their
Right.
shady spot down there
They
in the
didn't
corner
like their
though.
shades.
They do like their
Hey,
shady
it
spot
lands
in the
it,
corner.
right?
Right.
I mean, and they probably wouldn't care if they sat down there and been the
Probably
feature for,
not,
you know what
probably
I'm
not.
saying?
Yeah. We broke off their corner for them.
Yeah, and I mean, just put their name out there, you know,
Right,
Yeah.
so we can talk to him Friday at the thing,
yeah, just let us know so we can get it on the flyer.
For this month or the next
the
month?
next
For
month.
September.
September.
Yeah, September.
And then the other thing I had was last time we all met, we discussed selling the club t-shirts at the cruise-ins, and then we never decided whether or not we were gonna do that.
And I know Jim had given us that, that layout for that other shirt, and they're doing a cruise-in shirt. We just have several club shirts, and
Need to get rid of them.
We
Get
need to
rid of
get
them.
rid of them,
Get
and
rid of
them.
Yeah,
it would line our bank
Get
account
rid
so
of them,
that we can do more.
we should see about
I
doing
mean, that
that.
makes sense, you need, ain't no sense in keeping rags around.
Right,
Right.
right. We've still got some left over from last year,
I mean,
not,
unless you wanna
not
clean
a
your
whole
car
lot
with
of
them.
them.
It's
Yeah.
kinda, it's kinda an expensive way to clean your car. I
Right.
know what they cost, so yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we need to set a price per shirt.
I think we did it, what was it, 18?
18.
For any size shirt was 18.
Okay.
Yep.
So maybe we can set that up under
Set
the
it up at the
tent
table, yeah.
for
the
next
sign there.
time with
Yeah.
the snacks and drinks and see how
Yeah.
that goes. Cause
And then,
Craig and I went to the Pilot Mountain Cruise in. And they were selling, of course, they have the shirts similar
the
to what
actual cruise-in shirts.
the cruising shirts that we would like to have eventually for ours, and they were selling them for $20 a piece. But they had them in several colors. revenue to purchase that amount of shirts. I think they'd sell well. I think a lot of people that come to the cruising are looking for that. That would be my opinion though.
Right.
I think
I
most
think
people
they
would.
buy the cruising shirts better than they buy the club shirts.
I think they would too.
Well, I think they probably would, but like I said, we got a lot of shirts we need to get rid of, you know, see what we can do with it.
The only other thing that I had was if anybody was interested in how much money we raised with the snacks and drinks. We did real well again, almost $300 this time.
Really?
Just shy of $300.
With the snacks and drinks?
With the snacks
Wow,
and drinks.
that's good.
Snacks and drinks and the vendor.
And the vendor.
The vendor donations.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because, what time did you get there?
Me,
Yeah.
2:00.
What time did you get there, Ray? 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
Gary got there at 2 o'clock, and we left at 8. That's, Tony and Brenda got there shortly. That's a long 6 hours. And Crystal had to work before 2 o'clock because she had to load all that stuff. If we could get a couple of people, what's the guy's name that has the Corvette? And,
The white Corvette?
yeah,
Pete, yeah, he came over and helped.
he helped. But sitting there for all those hours, people coming up and asking, we gotta make change and fish for their drink, and I would like to get a break, and I'm sure other people would too. So if somebody wants to come and relieve us for a while, so I can sit down and relax, other people, that's a long 6 hours straight sitting under that tent. People walking up and asking for snacks and drinks, and they need change, and so please keep that in mind.
I wouldn't mind helping out with that.
Yeah.
Well,
All you gotta do is ask me, I won't think about it, but if you ask me, I'm more than willing. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna think about it, but if you ask me, I'm more than willing.
Well,
It just, it ain't gonna cross my mind, 'cause I'm walking around looking at
That's-
cars and stuff, and BSing, but
yeah,
if you ask me, I'm more than willing.
it's work.
Don't,
You know, all the garbage cans gotta be put out, picked up, tents gotta be put up, they gotta be taken down, all the stuff's gotta be picked up. I'm fried by the time the day's over,
Oh,
so.
springtime.
The car club, the antique car club asked me to ask Triad Chevy Club to come to their, they can't go to hospice. They make a schedule months in advance where they're going, so they can't come. And I don't know if they want me to ask, I'm not gonna volunteer anything, but they can't go. And the Triad Chevy Club, they might come to our October cruise in if we ask them.
Who do we need to contact? 'Cause I know.
I can contact
my
Jenny
own-
Simmons.
Okay, my contact in there left. and left the club.
Now, I met a guy who is a member of the Piedmont Fox Body, and I think that was some of the guys that were there, they're real loud, taking up, so I'm not gonna ask them to, I'm not gonna ask them, it's just,
that's
Well-
just normal.
well,
I mean, for Mustangs, that's normal.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go.
So if we get Rusty Nuts for September and we get Tried Chevy for October, that'll be it until next year.
Mhm.
now you gave me a card for that Mopar Club.
Yes.
And I'm gonna call them maybe a week before.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell them what we would like to do is park them, and I'll try to explain where I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
they
But
always
what
like being at the end of the
they-
parking lot.
They do, cause they put their tents on the, and they can have it either way.
Well, they'll still
Don't
be
you
able to
think?
put their tents up if we give them enough room.
What's that?
They'll still be able to put their tents up in the middle if we give them enough room. And we should have enough room because.
Oh, we got plenty of room for them, I mean.
We've yet to fill
We
the
just-
parking lot.
Yeah, we can't fill the park,
completely.
so I mean, if they really want to, they can park and then put their tents up behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah, if they park here, they can put their tents up here.
behind it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
tell them that.
And I mean, honestly, that'll actually make it look fuller. if they-
Right.
Yeah.
It will, it'll take up more room and push the cars out. And Josh and I counted cars, I don't know if anybody heard the total,
Yeah, it
at
was like-
6 o'clock, it was about 170 cars. At 6 o'clock, and there were people still coming and going, so that, I'm sure that number fluctuated up before it went
So we
down.
probably had over 200 cars that day.
Possibly, maybe not all at the same time, but yeah, I think that's a feasible number. The only other thing I had is, does anybody have any suggestions about how to make the 50-50 more,
Enticing.
enticing? Cause we did
You
really
said one
good.
ticket, you said one ticket at a time?
We have like one ticket for $1 and then it goes 6 tickets for $5.
Most popular is usually $5.
Yeah, and then we have 12 tickets for 10, or 15 tickets for 10, and then a car length for 20.
Carl, 20, okay, that's what I wanted.
Yes, so we give them options, but the first time we did it, we did really well. After that, it went downhill, but with that being said, the total number of cars attending went way down for those 2 months.
You gotta remember the time of the year.
Yeah,
too.
the time of the year, so.
July is not a good
If
year.
anybody has
Part of the
any,
year.
July is not a good
brilliant
time of the year,
ideas.
yeah.
Before this next time rolls around, just call me and let me know. Cause I'm willing and very open to suggestions on how to make that better.
I tell you, I asked Steve, he is great, because he has a real big mouth. Because he'll walk
It's got a
down.
big voice.
Okay.
Either way,
He'll
you
walk
wanna
down
put it.
one aisle and holler out 50-50, and people in the next aisle can hear him. So they're prepared for him, but I asked him last time, and he doesn't wanna do that. I don't know if his eyesight is,
His
I
eyesight's
know his
good now.
eyesight's better.
His eyesight's good now.
Oh, he
He can
said
drive
it's-
at night.
Yeah, he
He's
said
happy.
it's good, yeah. He told me the
Well, I
other day,
don't
you can
mind
actually
doing
see
it,
people.
Josh, and we make
Yeah,
it a team. I
Yeah,
don't mind doing it.
I know you don't.
But I just, I
I
can't
don't,
think
I
of
don't know
any
what
other
else we
way.
can do
That's
to,
all I got. Thing to do.
I just, advertisement is very expensive, we can't, if we had more outlets to put it out there. I mean, we put it on.
Is there an option, maybe you could do, I know it's 50-50, we take half, but maybe there could be like a first or second or a third? You know what I'm saying, like maybe third place get 20, second place get a $50, or,
We could do that.
I mean, I don't know.
Call it something else besides 50-50.
that,
But you see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but then you gotta make sure you get that.
I mean, but you're gonna sell $20 worth.
it
You know
is
what I'm
hard
saying?
it's a hard sell when
But, I
only
mean-
one person wins.
Right.
If 3 people.
But you see what I'm saying, yeah, if you got more chance of winning,
Then
I would bet more if I had more chance of winning, cause I suck at 50-50, I never in my life won.
neither have.
And most people have never won a 50-50. Most people don't play. If you walk around behind people, like in other shows we go to, 80% of people say no.
Yeah,
I mean, they really do. You always see it, no, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. But
right.
if you got more of an opportunity,
Well, I also thought about this. Up until now, we kind of shied away from asking for donations for the club. But a lot of the people that Josh and I approach and ask if they want to do 50-50, they say, no, I'd just rather make a donation, and they just give me $5 to put in the bucket. So, if we all voted on it, we could open that as a possibility.
I mean, that would be fine, but you'd have to keep totally separate, make sure you have a separate.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, we have like a
You'd have to do a
donations
jar
bucket
or
on
We
the.
can make a
Yeah.
separate container and label it as such.
Yeah, because some people don't wanna hang out till it's done.
Correct.
Right.
And
Well, I
I'm
mean,
okay
That's
with
what
that.
everybody asks.
That's what kind of people too, they don't wanna stick around to the end.
Right.
They wanna leave when they wanna leave.
That's why we started announcing the winner at 7. And this past time when we did it and announced it at 7, it seemed like as soon as we announced it, everybody said,
Oh, yeah.
"Lead."
Yeah,
So they thought the cruising was over.
yeah.
So,
Hmm.
just stuff to think about. If everybody's okay with the donation type thing, we could add it to the flyer. The food donations are not mandatory. We could also put on there that the money donations are not mandatory. They're if you want to give. And written on there that all donations would go to fund what we need to keep the cruises going, because it's very expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put on their fund, and their donations help put in a portage on.
Right.
And then
If we get enough
if you get
donations,
enough
we might be
donations,
able to do
we
it.
could
It's
do
a-
portage on them.
But
Those
you-
are very
But you don't
expensive.
wanna put that.
You don't wanna put that because that's
And then
gonna
we-
make a
and then
guarantee.
we-
that
we
you
have to look
Right.
for it.
Right, and people be looking for it, yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be forced to put one in.
I think we'd be better off if
Donations
somebody in the
help.
club owned a golf cart and we could just have a big sign that says bathroom shuttle and we could pick you up and take you to the bathroom and bring you back. But I don't know anybody that has a golf cart that would let me borrow it.
No.
Yeah, we'd have to have somebody to man it, wouldn't we? I mean, somebody.
Oh, I'd totally volunteer for that job.
Why, they should be putting lights around it.
You
Lights
got it.
all over.
You got it.
All right.
Well, that is a good idea to, consider more than one winner and a donation bucket. Putting it on the flyer also,
Donations welcome to help run this cruise.
Right, because like I said, a lot of the people that Josh and I approach, no, I don't wanna do the 50-50, but here's $5, and they'll give you a donation.
do they know that, I mean, how many, I don't know how many people have mentioned the insurance that we purchased, but just about everybody that I tell that we had to buy insurance, they said, really? Their response was,
Well, most people think you just get together, they don't
Right.
know all the ins and outs of it,
Yeah.
they don't know.
Yeah.
so that's really where the money's going, is pay for that
Like take one
insurance.
person to do
I don't know if we
something
should
stupid,
mention it, it's the reason why I bring it up.
But I mean, like, nobody, I mean, literally, nobody knows, most people just think, you know, you just throw a thing together and everybody meets.
I don't
Yeah.
remember
And I think-
Ronnie ever saying anything about insurance.
He had insurance because when he was
He had
over in Northern, one of the big things is they wanted him to double his insurance.
Well, I know he had it, but I don't ever remember him mentioning that he had to buy it.
Most people don't. That's just like if you go to Walmart, you don't hear them telling you, hey, we got to buy insurance for you to be here. Nobody, it's just not a common mention, but everywhere you go has to have insurance.
I guess we don't need to be specific on
No,
what
I
the
wouldn't
donation.
think, if we get into too many details, I think people are just gonna go,
Mhm.
they're not gonna, we're gonna lose their attention.
We gotta pay for the DJ too, I mean, you know. I
Well,
mean,
and
that
that's-
should be obvious to
That's
people.
part of why we leave it at, to help
Fund.
fund
cruises.
the cruising.
If we keep things simple, I think that'll go over
Yes.
better.
Unless somebody asks specifically, it's just best to leave it that way, I think.
And then going back to the 50-50 with multiple winners, how would we
You
divide
know,
up the money?
I think from my personal opinion, that may be a little hard.
It might be.
Yeah.
Because most of them have 50-50, and that's it.
Right.
But you know,
Yeah, but that doesn't
Try
mean
and
we
do,
can't.
do like $20 on each hour.
when I went for,
Well, how about this, and I know we've shied away from this in the past, but say for instance, Craig and I, we have a garage full of door prizes that we have won at other car shows that we're never gonna use. We could say the runner-up ticket, or like draw one ticket for the 50-50 and one ticket for a door prize. And there would be multiple winners. And we could, depending on how much stuff we have, we might be able to draw 5 more tickets, or something like that, from whatever's left, whoever didn't win the money.
have you approached any business?
We
or
have not.
Donation? for-
We've kept that
With
off the
insurance?
table, because nobody really wanted to mess with it. But I think if we advertised that there was 50-50 and door prizes, I don't know. Do you think people would buy a ticket?
We might have to keep the 50-50 and the door prizes separate,
Separate.
but something every hour, like Jim, that would be cool. Every hour, somebody wins a door prize.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that would only be 4 door prizes for the whole thing, right, from 4 to 8?
5, 6, 7,
And then 8 o'clock would be your 50/50.
And 8 o'clock be your
So you
50/50.
really only like three.
Yeah, yeah, if you keep it,
How you gonna draw the door prizes from the tickets, you sell it 50/50?
Yeah, yes, the only way to do it.
Just pull the ticket, door prize, and put it back in for the cash thing.
yeah, I suppose you could do
Yeah.
that.
Cause that's the only way you're gonna do it, cause you got all
Don't
those
throw
cards out
away
there.
your ticket because you may win the 50/50. Even though
Right.
you just won a door prize, don't throw it away. That's what you would tell people.
You can put it, you can drop it back in the thing.
Yeah, drop it back in the bucket, because you still might
Yeah,
win the
drop
money.
it, yeah.
So what times do you want to do door prizes?
Well, it starts at what?
4.
Four.
So your
5,
first
6,
one would
7,
be
and
5,
8.
6, 7,
6,
and then your big one, money would be at 8.
8 o'clock. So that would only be
Oh.
3 door
Three
prizes?
door
Three
Right,
door
yeah.
prizes and.
5,
well,
6,
most people
7.
don't
Alright.
stay till
Well,
8.
and that's what I was about to say too. Most people don't wanna stay until 8. So if we did 5, 6, and 7, and then right at 7 o'clock, after we do that door prize, we do the 50/50 drawing also.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
fine.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we'd have to do both.
It's gonna be the same difference, just
Yeah,
don't
just-
have to hold people up.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Yeah.
Or tell them to come back next month. No.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fine too.
So 3 door prizes a month would not be terribly hard to get
That
out and
wouldn't be
draw
hard at
up.
all.
Like I say, Craig and I have enough probably to do the rest of this year from other car shows where we've won stuff that we're not gonna use.
Oh, so that wouldn't be terrible, that wouldn't be hard at all.
I mean, all the car care products that we can't use because we have the Camaro ceramic coatings.
Still has a Corvette to do.
All right. Got anything else?
We don't know anybody that has a golf cart.
Alright.
I don't.
I know one person, but I don't think he'd let me borrow it.
I got a lawnmower and a trailer.
There you
At
go.
least you ride it.
Oh, we're waiting to build some benches for it.
Get a trailer behind.
To make a hayride.
There you go. Hey, we're coming up on Halloween.
Yeah. Hayride to the bathroom.
Let's pick it up.
Navia has some ATVs.
Oh, Lord.
Our insurance might go up.
Yeah. All right.
Well, those are good ideas. I think that's a good idea.
You just gotta redo a poster.
We can work on that.
Who's gonna do the announcements every hour in the drawing?
It's gonna have to be the DJ. Would be my guess.
Yeah. It's loud enough for everybody to hear.
So somebody's gonna have to go to the DJ
Right,
and pull the ticket out,
right,
hand it to him, he's gonna announce it, you put the ticket back in, next
Right.
hour.
Walk back to the tent.
right.
Mhm.
And since.
And where's the door prize gonna be,
At
where
the
the
tent.
drinks?
Yeah,
At the
yeah.
tent,
At
yeah,
the
Yeah, make it easier, yeah.
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 Oh, maybe they can win a Coke.
Coke and a bag of chips.
All right. Well, if nobody's got anything else, I have something. And I'm gonna need some help with this. I'm stepping down as president. I will stay on through the end of October unless somebody else wants to go ahead and take over it. This car business has gotten to be a little bit more than I expected. Jeff still does his NASCAR stuff and he's gonna be gone all next month. So I won't be able to do a thing on any weekends. And I'm okay with that because I'm making good money. But I've got to concentrate on the things that I've got going on. Not leaving the club, just need to step down from where I'm at. So, if you guys have anybody in mind that you would like to be the president, suggest you guys talking to them, or if anybody wants to step up, either way. But like I said, I will stay on until the end of October, since that's the end of our cruise ends. And my name is kinda on the insurance stuff. I need to do that at this time. So, everybody understands. It's been a difficult thing for me to decide. So, I just wanna leave that out there, and whatever you guys decide.
Well, we've enjoyed having you as our president. I think you've done a wonderful job and will continue to do so. But, and I can understand too where you're coming from.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I truly, honestly believe that there's somebody in this club that can do a better job than I did. I believe they're here. But I appreciate all you guys. Love you to death. I'm so happy that we did this, because I've met some freaking awesome people here. And, I think, besides Jim and of course Crystal here, I don't think I knew any of you before this. And so it's pretty awesome. I love it. It's just what I gotta do right now.
We totally understand. Life's busy.
It is. It is. But we will, like I said, I will continue on through the end of October. And we can see what you guys wanna do, and if somebody wants to step up, then I'm good with it. We're gonna have to, I've got the website that I've been paying for every month, for the last 2.5 years. Even when it was Chevy Heat, I had it. And then of course, we got bank accounts that have to get switched over, or a bank account will have to get switched over the name and those kind of things. So just need to know what we need to do. And of course, I haven't been able to switch it over to a business account because we haven't been able to have a vice president that we could go for the nonprofit that we were looking for. So that's something else we've got to do. I don't know how you guys want to do that, but there again, I think there's somebody here that can do this whole thing better than I did.
Well, I don't know about the better part, but maybe as well as you did.
Well, thank you. But anyway, that's what I've got. Anybody else?
I don't think so, no.
I guess that puts us in the end of the front of that.
So are you gonna reach out to residents
Yeah, we'll talk to him Friday.
Friday night?
Will you be